Hi, I'm gonna play a clip in a little bit from a guy who's a marketer. He has a marketing business, and his entire marketing business has been based around cold email. Okay, kind of like me. My service is not cold email. My service is telemarketing, but 100% of my customer base was based off of cold email, and I'm not the only one. Tons of guys are like that. The reason is it's the cheapest and fastest way to find new customers. Or at least it was until this year. 2004, late 2023, cold emails started going into the cemetery. And those of you who do not believe that cold email is dead, it's probably because you're listening to YouTube videos of people still trying to hang on to this customer base. The reality is the technology doesn't work anymore. Smart lead, instantly. There might be a couple of stragglers because their IP addresses are warm enough and they can hang on. But don't be deceived. This stuff is not going to last long term. All these little smart lead and instantly type companies that are trying to hold people in the cold email space. It's too complicated. There's no way this has staying power. I'm going to advise before we get really into the weeds here. Okay, that you just focus on Google Ads and nothing else. Just Google Ads. Just do Google Ads. 100%. Just don't allow yourself to get a Google-based website where you're going to be putting yourself in a position where people are going to be doing Google reviews and they can badmouth your business. That's bad. But Google Ads are good. And I think that that's going to be whatever your service is that you're trying to offer in the business world, Google Ads needs to take the priority. There's no question. No question. So I'm going to play this clip from this guy. Okay? He put this recording out 1 month ago on YouTube, and you can just hear the panic in his voice, right? He's completely trying to make sense of what's going on. And he's panicking because he doesn't understand what's going on. And he's trying to offer comfort to people. Don't worry, this thing will work its way out. Instantly and smartly is the answer. It'll work its way out. No, it doesn't. You get OAuth errors, SMTP errors. Once the thing's all set up, nothing works. It's a total fake program. Okay, so just because a lot of people are migrating to Instantly right now doesn't mean that the program actually works. It doesn't work. And it's only because deceptive people are lying to you because they were trying to make a buck off of it. It doesn't work. The technology doesn't work. Okay? Therefore, Google Ads. And I want to try to respond to this stuff because these people, they're lying to you. They're either lying to you deliberately or they're lying to themselves. This stuff is gone. Google has disabled spam email. Completely disabled it. And so has Yahoo. They've worked together. They've disabled it. The reason is they want you to put your money into Google Ads, and you better comply with them or you're going to get left behind. All right, so now I'm going to play this this recording from this guy, and I might take breaks along the way. I mean, you're gonna hear just the panic, him being a smart guy trying to hang on to his customers and whatnot. It doesn't work, dude. The technology doesn't work. The Instantly, the Smartly, this stuff doesn't work. Don't be deceived just because a handful of people it works. That's because they've warmed up their accounts and they haven't triggered off the spam filters yet. All right. And oftentimes you're going to hear these people say, okay, the solution is to switch your apps. Just switch your apps. The solution is to just switch your apps. Just switch over to Instantly. Just switch over to Smartly. That'll fix the problem. Oh, it didn't work? It didn't work that time? Well, the solution is that you're not writing out your emails right. Yeah, you're not writing out your emails right. If you write your emails out right, then it'll work. No. All of these things are lies. Okay? These people are lying to you. It doesn't work. they're just examples of lying businessmen trying to take advantage of people and scam people. Okay, so no, Google Ads is the surefire way to get some leads for business opportunities. Let's listen to this guy trying to still defend cold email. It doesn't work, dude. Get over it. It doesn't work.
So in this video, we're going to be answering the question, is cold email dead? With the skull, are you going to cancel your Smart Lead accounts? You're going to start using carrier pigeons? You know, we're going to answer this with my 5th grade level writing here. We're going to answer the question, is cold email dead for good? So if you're in the cold outreach space right now, there's a lot of guys, a lot of fear. If anyone's running cold email, you'll see your reply rates are tanking. The bounce rates are going up. People are talking about Outlook. Is Outlook dead? Are all the accounts not working?
All right, let's just start right there. The fact that people are going back to Outlook, all right, is it should be sign for concern, right? Those of you who have been doing cold email for the past 5-10 years already know that Outlook is not what you do cold emailing from. Okay, it's usually G Suite. That's what it's been for like 5-10 years. Like, where have you been? Are you still in the 90s, right? I mean. The last time I saw an Outlook the mail merge was 2017. That was the last time I saw one. Most people moved over to GMass with this thing. They moved over to GMass through G Suite. So the fact that people are going back to Outlook should tell you that something is seriously problematic. Okay? Because the Outlook mail merge, that died in like 2017 or somewhere around there. If I'm not mistaken. Look, I'm not omniscient. I'm not God. I'm just saying that's been my experience in the business community.
Should you sell your Smart Lead account and start using carrier pigeons? That's what we're going to be covering. And so to answer this question very shortly and succinctly, the answer is no. If you think cold email is dead, you are completely wrong. And I can explain this to you with a few different concepts. So the first thing I'm going to talk about is the history of email and why I don't think it's dead and why I think you should keep your Smart Lead accounts and why you should continue to run cold email, and I'll explain what you can do to fix it. So first thing, email, how long has it been around? Email's probably been around longer than most of you watching this have been born. Like, they had email since the 90s. People have been sending solicitation emails probably since, again, before you were born. So it's been around for a while. Cold outreach, cold calling, all these different mechanisms of reaching out people one-to-one or one-to-many or whatever it is have been around for forever. The things just are constantly changing, right? Like 10 years ago, 15 years ago, you could just rip one email account. You'd be totally fine. You could send 100 emails, 200 emails, 500 emails a day. Google and Microsoft wouldn't care because very little people did it. And now with the rise of all these different tools, Smart Lead instantly, you have all these different changes going on and people think that cold email is dead.
It is dead because Smart Lead and Instantly don't work. Just because they're changes, right? They think, oh, that I have to change my program. That means that's the solution to the problem. It doesn't. They're fake programs. They don't work. Once you set them up, you have constant SMTP errors. You have constant OAuth errors. The fact that Google has put all these AI programs and bots on there to block stuff doesn't change. Just because you changed your software program doesn't change the fact that Google still has all these server bots all over the place, crawling all over the place to stop what you're doing. Changing programs doesn't change it. It doesn't matter if it's a so-called AI. That's just a marketing gimmick, okay? That's a marketing gimmick. It doesn't work. Give up on Instantly. Give up on Smart Lead. They don't work.
Now, all these concepts, cold outreach, all these things, again, they've been around for longer than most of you have been alive, and they will still be around. They will continue to be around, just like door knockers will still be around, and just like, direct mail has been a thing. All these different outreach methods.
That's highly speculative. Highly speculative. Like penny stock level speculative. Will cold email balance itself out? Massive question mark. And if you're trying to take care of your business, your family, your income, it's not time to rely on a marketing method that is akin to a penny stock. And that's what cold email is right now. Cold email used to be a really stable tried and true, reliable way to find new customers. I mean, it's never something you ever had to worry about, right? But now it's technologically impossible. People's accounts are getting shut down all the time. OAuth errors are happening for those who switch over to Calendly and Instantly. I'm sorry, over to SmartLead and Instantly. It's a mess. It doesn't work. Doesn't work. And for those who do think it works for some people, those people are exceptions to the rule and should never be looked upon as examples for everyone to follow. It's just weird stuff. Probably somebody who's warmed up their email for 10 and 20 years and has had the same email account for 10 and 20 years. So it's likely that people who with really old Gmail addresses or G Suite addresses still might be able to send out cold email. But that's not going to last for long.
Mechanisms have been a thing and will be a thing because they work. If you get in front of someone and you're selling them something, it will convert, granted that you have the right messaging, and all these things will just change with time. So a lot of you watching this video might be saying, oh, it's not dead. Well, my emails are landing in spam. The reply rates are going down. But first principles, we just look at this very clearly, like, how do I know the email is still going to be around? How do I know that all this stuff is still going to work? If you just look very clearly, Jessica from HR, she sends 100 emails a day, right? Totally fine, doesn't land in spam.
Because Jessica from HR has tenure. She's been there for 10 and 20 years. Her email address is super old, super warmed up, and the servers bots of Gmail are allowing her to continue to do that. But those old email accounts are going to die off like old war veterans sooner or later.
And you might be wondering, well, how can I send emails like Jessica from HR and not land in spam just like she's not doing it? Everyone in a company, they have to send emails somehow, and email's not going anywhere because every company in the world uses it. Yes, Slack is cool. Yes.
Email's not going anywhere because every company in the world uses it. Yeah, but not every company in the world uses email, and not every person in the world that has an email uses it in order to spam hundreds of thousands of people a year. So those who try to do that will fail. And it's like a penny stock. You're not going to get a return off of it. Don't think about this anymore. This is not going to help you get customers anymore. It's dead.
All these different things are cool, but there's a lot of government agencies still using fax machines. So if they're still using fax machines, people are going to be using email for a while, and I know it will be fine. So
he's lying to you. He doesn't want to lose his customers. All of his customers are based off of him telling people that cold email works. He's losing his business. He's lying.
she's probably sending links, images, doing all the things, breaking all the rules. But again, why is Jessica not landing in spam? And she can email her coworkers and send cat pictures and do all these things whenever you're trying to sell, I don't know, email marketing and it's landing in spam.
Because Jessica is different than you are. Jessica has tenure. Jessica's been sitting in that HR office for 10 years, and Jessica's email address has a great sender reputation. You? Who are you? You're some new guy that just made an email account like 2 days ago. It will be shut down immediately. This is not how to find customers anymore.
The reason why is because your emails just don't look human. The bar keeps getting risen. Everything, as it becomes more popular, is always going to become more saturated. And this.
Now he's telling you that the answer to the problem with cold email is that you just need to be more careful about the way you write your emails out. And of course, this is a complete rabbit hole. There's no definite answers on this, right? Is it possible that if people use certain keywords in an email that a bot will pick it up? Yeah, but this is akin to a conspiracy theory about the deep state. It's ridiculous. There's no way you can know that stuff for sure. It's highly speculative, like a penny stock. This is no way to try to find customers.
Isn't just true with email. This is true with all the different types of outreach channels. If you look, not even about outreach, just marketing. Like in 2007, 2010, whatever, if you were running Facebook ads, you probably would have had easy money, right? You probably could have gotten like 30-cent CPMs, you probably could have got $2 CPMs. The traffic was basically free, just like email was probably 5 years ago, right? You could send out 100 emails, get a 10% response rate, and book 3 calls off of that, no problem. And now you're probably sitting here thinking my emails are completely dead because you sent 10,000 emails, you're not even getting like 5 responses. Now,
dude, now it's time to change what you do for a business. I mean, that's what he said. All of his customers are saying this all at once. And this was in June 2024, 1 month ago. Everybody can't be experiencing the same thing at once, can they? Yes, they are.
now, the reason why is because things change. Just like Facebook has changed, all these things evolve. Everything is constantly going to be evolving, and everything will be evolving.
No. Cold email is not evolving. Cold email is terminated. And people are still trying to figure out what's going on. And all these fake business guys, these college software coders are trying to deceive people by creating these quote-unquote AI cold email programs that don't do anything. Nothing's working. Nothing's working in this area.
So what are you going to do? How are you going to fix this? How are you going to combat this? You just need to first understand and not panic, because I talk to a lot of you guys, and a lot of you guys are completely panicking. You're trying to shut...
A lot of you guys are completely panicking, he said. That's his customers he's talking to. It's because it's not working anymore. That's why.
If you're running a cold email agency, you're going to shut it down. If you have all these email accounts, you're throwing in the towel and you're saying, hey, I'm not going to do this anymore. But in reality, you just need to make a couple tweaks that will make your emails perform a little bit better, and you constantly need to test things. Just like when Facebook raised their...
No. Trying to make better draft emails is not the ultimate answer to this problem. Sure, you can get higher percentage numbers in opens and clicks, but that's not going to be substantive enough to be able to actually get you customers and appointments to where it really is going to matter. This is not the answer. It's like falling into a whirlpool in the Bermuda Triangle and expecting to get out.
Their CPMs, now people are doing more sophisticated Facebook ads. They have funnels, they have opt-ins, they're doing more outreach. You know, the days of going to Facebook, throwing up your gym's website, and then getting a ton of leads are gone. You have to do lead forms, and all these different things are changing. And so I really just want to kill the fear-mongering, because a lot of guys out there, they're fear-mongering, they're trying to get people out of the space. And if you're...
It's not fear-mongering, it's the voice of reason. And that panic you feel is your gut. Go with your gut. This guy's wrong. He's lying to you. He's motivated. He's financially motivated. His business is going down too. And he thinks that the only way he can continue to hang on to his business is to just lie. Lie about stuff that's unproven, unscientific, and highly speculative.
If you're in the space and you want to leave and you don't want to do cold email, that's more money for the rest of us. I don't really care. I'm just trying to help the...
No, there's not more money for the rest of us. It's not sustainable. You can make money off of lying to people for a short period of time, but in the long term, who's this guy going to be in 10 years? You won't even know him.
The people out here who are trying to run campaigns and see success. So what are you going to do to fix this? How are you going to make your cold emails not dead, not have this terrible skull emoji that I drew, again, like I was in 5th grade? The first thing you need to do is make sure that your emails look more human. A lot of you guys, you're running the same scripts that were cool 5 years ago, 2 years ago even, and everyone else has been using them. Everyone else has been saying quick question. Everyone else has been doing the exact same thing.
No. The answer is not drafting a more human-looking email. That is the most ridiculous objection rebuttal I've heard. No. The issue is this. You're trying to send out hundreds and hundreds of emails in one fell swoop, and the bots are going to pick up on that no matter what your email content says.
And you're going to get the exact same results. Just like you copy and pasted someone's ad on Facebook and it was cool 5 years ago, it's probably not going to work now. You need to keep evolving. So your emails need to look more human. You need to be sending your emails in a way that don't land in spam. And the reason why Jessica from HR can send 100 emails a day and not land in spam is because no one's reporting her as spam. They're sending funny cat pictures.
Nobody's reporting her spam? Yeah. Sure, there's people always clicking the spam button. But she's not getting deactivated because she's an HR person that never sends out email blasts. She just sends out the occasional communication every once in a while. She never sends out email blasts. Because she's an HR person, she's not a salesperson.
All the people, all her coworkers like the cat pictures. It all looks fine and dandy. She's talking to her vendors. No issues are happening. But it's really just because her emails are getting not reported as spam. If you're sending out a ton of emails and they look spammy and they've gotten the same offer 100 times, of course they're going to report it as spam. So,
what kind of an explanation is that? You're supposed to send out hundreds of emails to find customers. Now he's saying, oh, but if you're trying to send out 100 of emails, what do you expect? Well, that's a logical fallacy of some type. I don't know what it is. And for those of you who are smarter than me, that's a logical fallacy. He's trying to prove that cold email is still a sustainable marketing method for small business people. And then he says, if you try to send out hundreds of emails, what do you expect? If you try to cold email, what do you expect? He just completely confuted his own argument.
So you need to make sure your emails are looking more human. Also, you need to make sure you're warming up your emails. You're taking safer precautions for longer. So again, think from Google and Microsoft's perspective. If you spin up an email account and it has no email history, no reputation, whatever, in 14 days, you're starting to send 50 emails a day, however many it is, and then they see that you're getting reported as spam at a 25% rate. It's not rocket science. Like Google and Microsoft, again, they're not idiots. And they try and make their...
Now he's making the argument that the reason why you can't send out emails and get deactivated is because you haven't warmed up your email account for long enough. So how long is that supposed to take, Bob, till we can actually find a customer? Oh, I don't know, maybe 3 months, maybe 6 months, maybe 9 months, maybe a year before you can try to find a new customer. Again, it's a penny stock. For those of you who want that fast, cheap, and easy way to find customers right now, there is so many reasons not to look to cold email for that. So many reasons. These guys don't know what the heck they're saying.
Spam filters as low as possible because they don't want Jessica from HR to be complaining about the spam filters because that's going to cause all kinds of other issues. So they're trying to make it as lax as possible. They don't want you.
He keeps on going back to Jessica, the HR lady, to explain why cold email still works. That is a logical fallacy as well. Although, for those of you who are smarter, I guess you can come up with the name for it. He's taking how sales teams use email to find customer opportunities. And then he's saying, look at the HR lady, right? Her email still works. Yeah, but she's not using cold emails, dude. She's not even a salesperson. She's a HR person that occasionally emails employees. And he's using this as his constant go-to for why email still works. It's ridiculous. It's how you use the emails that determines whether or not your account will get shut down. If you send out 500 emails in one day, your account will get shut down. And no amount of pointing to the HR lady is going to justify a salesperson to send out 500 emails in a day. He's doing the thing, the street magician thing, where the guy moves the cups around. That's what he's doing.
Spam. They just want you to not send spammy emails and for people to complain. So if you're sending emails to look human, if you're warming up your domains longer, again, looking more human, if Google or Microsoft or any of these massive companies start sending out emails to a bunch of people, it doesn't land in spam. Why? Because they have a big domain reputation, they have a lot of people using their networks, and it's totally fine. And then also, you need to avoid getting reported as spam. The biggest differentiator, why they can look at and they say Jessica from HR saying 100 emails a day, she's not landing in spam, is because no one's reporting her as spam. Again, just recapping everything. Everything's going to get harder with time. Cold email is not dead. Cold email is here to stay if you do the right things. Everything's going to keep evolving. Most of you just...
Cold email is here to stay if you do the right things. Lie. That is no different than putting $1,000 into a penny stock and you have no idea what it's going to do.
Need to level your game up and just not do the things that were relevant 3 years ago, run your own split test, and continue to just grow and understand that this is a changing topic. And for the people that do this, you're going to have tons of different ways to make money that most people won't have access to. Everything's going to get more competitive. This is totally normal. But I'm hoping that the few people out here that go out, try some new things, try some things that are a little bit different, get ahead of the curve, you're going to see some great results, and your cold emails will not be dead. You'll probably make a ton of money. So appreciate you guys watching. Hopefully this wraps this up, and hope you have a good one.
No one's going to make a ton of money by using cold email to find customers. This is dead. My recommendation, and anything, any form of customer finding, any form of marketing, if you've never used it before, could be likened unto a stock or an investment. But let me tell you, do a bunch of research. Get like 10 marketing articles. What are the top 10 marketing methods? Google Ads will always come up in the top 10 list every time. And if you really get a lot of them, like if process of elimination, if you get like 20 or 30 articles of lists of the top marketing methods, Google Ads always comes up on the top. I know from personal experience that Google Ads is cream of the crop for finding lead gen. The question is, are you willing to take your tax return and put it all into Google Ads? That's what I think. I think where we're at right now for small business people is cold email is definitely dead. It's time for Google Ads. God bless you out there. This is John with WesleyGospel.com.